I want you to watch this possession closely. What's happening here? I'll tell you what, it's a whole bunch of cluster F. We don't know what we're doing, we're throwing the ball all over the place. DeMarre Carroll standing at the half-court line like a jackass. We don't know what we're doing, and then the last second Carmelo Anthony bails us out. This is why we've been losing, because our offense is not fluid. So what I did was I put Carmelo Anthony at the power forward spot, and I brought in Anthony early because Early had a good game here, and he will be getting more regular minutes moving forward. And then it was pretty much night and day how our offense just opened up and just became much more productive. You'll see here on the pick and roll, Ty Lawson into the paint, nobody in his way. That's how you want your offense to look. You don't want some power forward just standing there. Look at this possession. Carmelo Anthony at power forward goes right into the post. And then I tell Ty Lawson to get away from me. Prime position to do something at the rim. How about another possession here? Look at the spacing. 4 guys on the perimeter, Karl Anthony Towns in the middle. In 2015, that's how you want your team to look. And look at that, pick and roll for Melo, Ty Lawson wide open in the corner. So much better than what we were running before. This one here, Karl Anthony Towns. Nobody in his way whatsoever. He's in a position now where he can post up on Al Horford, and I can cheese him with the hook shot off the bank. But then I went to a more traditional lineup, and I had Adrian Payne shoot a three-pointer because he's okay at them, and you see the results. If Carmelo Anthony was there, perhaps that would have been different, and then we leave a white guy open for 3, and it just so happens to be Kyle Korver. So we lost this game, but I realized the problem. We have to play Carmelo Anthony at the small ball 4. But do we have the roster to accommodate that at this time? No, we don't. For one, we have 2 power forwards, and it's safe to say Ed Davis is pretty much gone. Now, who is the type of player that we need? Well, we probably need a wing, someone who can shoot the 3, defend, as well as run the floor. And while I would like for that to be Anthony Early, he's not there just yet. So I looked through the pool of shooting guards and small forwards, and I came up with a few reasonable names. The first one is Iman Shumpert with the Cavaliers. Now, while Shumpert would be great, I realize he has a big role with the Cavs, and I would not steal him from Cleveland for simply Ed Davis. That's just a very one-sided move. But I noticed he's on a 1-year deal, and looking at the way he's going right now, he's probably going to become a free agent, so we're going to watch that. Another name is Terrence Ross. He doesn't have as big of a role as Shumpert has with Cleveland, and Toronto does need a power forward who can grab some rebounds. Ed Davis for Terrence Ross, it's a possibility. Another one is Kent Bazemore with Atlanta. I think Ross and Bazemore could work. You know, their defense isn't as good as Shumpert's, but it's good enough with their shooting to where they could be the guys that we need. And another name is Aaron Aflalo. Kind of fits the bill, but he's 30 years old. Plus, I'm not interested in really getting locked into a multi-year deal with this move. I would rather trade Ed Davis for someone on a 1-year contract, and then if the guy works, great, and if he doesn't, we can let him go, to where we can then enter the endless pool of shooting guards / small forwards in free agency after this season. Because, say if we traded Ed Davis for a guy on a 1 year, and he didn't work out, well, we have a bunch of cap space. We can sign any of the names that you see right now. Now, a couple of fallbacks if we can't find any other move and we simply just want to get rid of Ed Davis. There's O.J. Mayo, who is basically a stretch mark shooting guard, but it kind of works. Another one is Thad Young, who, I don't know, his career has been a little disappointing, but he would still kind of fit what we need. But I think the 2 names are Terrence Ross and Kent Bazemore. I think those 2 can play defense, shoot 3s, and it would allow Carmelo Anthony to play the small ball 4. Luckily, because DeMarre Carroll can play the shooting guard or small forward position, that gives us a lot of versatility. But just look at this offensive possession. This is so much better than what we've been doing this season. So we need Carmelo Anthony at the power forward spot, but we need some more wings in order to accommodate it. And these are some names I'm looking at.